It's CDuck Again is brought to you by Hackensack Brewing Company and their Imperial Pilsner Auga, which was created in honor of the legendary DJs The Awesome Two. Thick Crates, pure hip-hop satisfaction. Check out their limited edition new releases available now on Instagram. Weaponized Records, an independent music label serving up underground hip-hop. The revolution will not be televised. It will be weaponized. And the Spitslam Record Label Group. The Spitslam Record Label Group, a Chuck D situation. Catch us on your favorite streaming platform, on Bandcamp, or visit our official web store at spitslamrecords.com. All releases are available digitally or on CD, with select titles available on vinyl and cassette. The Spitslam Record Label Group. Throwback to the future sound.
It's CDuck again.
Tuesday night. What's up, party people? And the place to be. It's CDuck again. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. So, yeah, this is not an April Fool's joke. I know it's April 1st today, and I know last week I said we were going to have Sweet Tea in the house, and I believe the mixtape was, headed that way as well. We will reschedule, I guess, due to some double booking, unforeseen things. Yeah, Sweet Tea couldn't make it tonight here, but we got a pretty good consolation prize, if I do say so myself. And we will get to that in just a moment. First up, let's introduce the crew. Come to you. First up, she got her start at the very first all 24-hour hip-hop station in the world. I'm talking about KDAY. Our lady from the heyday of KDAY, Jennifer. Oh, Jenny.
What's happening?
What's up, Playgirl? How are you?
I'm doing okay. I've been a little busy today pulling rabbits out of hats. And
you've done well. Yes, you have done well. Yeah. It was one of those days. I thought we were going to have to do one of those episodes where we bring Knackwurst on and show off records or something like that.
Sorry, Knack.
Yeah, next time we got it, but yes, you did well. You did very well. And shout out to one of our sponsors, our homie Thick Crates, who came through in a pinch.
Coming through
with the hookup.
Coming in hot.
Yes, exactly. I'm not even gonna drink that yet. We'll get to that in a minute. Also joining us tonight, of course, the man from New Jerusalem. He has the dopest account on Instagram, man. If you don't follow him, you're a sucker. All right, Ultrabag 7.
Oh, man. I must admit, I'm a little upset because I was supposed to get engaged this evening, but we have a consolation prize. Listen, I was going to shoot my shot. I'm telling you.
That's not even a consolation prize.
It's not a consolation prize, right?
Well, okay.
Holy crap. It's an also-ran, if anything.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Listen, I was supposed to get engaged. I'm sorry.
I know. You were really looking forward to the Sweet Tea thing. I get it.
I was going to shoot my shot, and then I was going to clear up my beef with Jazzy Joy.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
2 birds with 1 stone.
2 birds with 1 stone. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, next time. There will be other days. I'm sure we will have Sweet Tea on the show eventually.
I'll get engaged someday.
Exactly. And finally, the final of the Fantastic Four. He runs Chuck D's Rap Station Radio, and he's also the man behind Hip Hop Guys for 827 years running. Ladies and gentlemen, Flatline.
What?
Oh my God. I know it's on that shirt. I know it's on that shirt.
It's just my repping DJ Lord. I thought it was.
You got to rep DJ Lord. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. It looked similar to the logo of somebody that we're going to have on in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought there were blood splatters and stuff.
Oh,
No, no.
Yeah.
Not that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Shout out to our man DJ Lord,
DJ Lord.
who can currently be seen on the big screen. Well, I guess select theaters or whatever. But I think it's tomorrow night on the big screen in the Cypress Hill, live from Royal Albert Hall.
Yep.
So the film they did, I think it's playing here in Pittsburgh tomorrow. I'm going to try to go see it if I am able. So yes, the terrorist himself. Yes. All right, let's get into it. I mean, come on, this guy doesn't need any introduction. Jeez. You know what? So much to talk about tonight. So much stuff. Let's see what we can pack in this show. We'll get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the greatest DJs in the world, Qbert.
Yo.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
Beautiful. How you guys doing?
Doing great, man.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Love the setup.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because the graffiti artist from Hawaii did the lettering.
Wow.
That's dope.
Backwards right now, isn't it?
No, it's right.
Oh,
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
what
yeah,
does it say then?
The
It says
something.
it's backwards. It says Thud Rumble.
Yeah.
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 No,
I
that's
can't
right.
read everybody's hairstyle.
It might be showing up backwards to you, but it looks correct on the screen. I think.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, what is good with you, sir? I like to start off talking about what you got going on currently.
Right now we are working on the Invisible Scratch Pickles album. That's almost done. Big shots to D-Styles and Shortcut. Also Mixmaster Mike. He's the DJ for the BC Boys. We have a crew called the Invisible Scratch Pickles. It's an all turntable band. That album is almost done. I think it's our third album. We've done so many other like little EPs. I forget. I lost track of count or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, but I'm doing this one scratch a day for a whole year. And today is April 1st. It's supposed to be the first day of the year. I don't know if you guys know about the 13-month calendar. Today is the first day of the calendar, but we started a little late. But anyway, I'm glad to be here on the Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
And what else is there? Oh man, a lot of stuff. I'm always in training for it's like a jazz musician, right? They're always practicing. Like I heard a lot of stories about John Coltrane. After the show, he would go into his closet and practice because we all have all this foam in the closet, and we just keep practicing even after the show. So I'm kind of on that kind of vibe of just every second I get, I'm training.
Wow.
But I mean, there's so much stuff I can talk about. I don't want to keep going and boring you, whatever.
No. That's why we're here. We want to hear about the stuff. That's what the show is about, the stuff and the history and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, let's go back and talk about your humble origins, vinyl collecting and DJing and how the beginning and, what got you into it.
Well, I mean, back in the 80s and even the 70s, there was a lot of DJs and things like that. And because we don't get much coverage on the East Coast, they always talk about how, like, everyone started hip-hop over there. Which is true. It started in the Bronx, too. But it quickly caught fire here in the West Coast. And, we were doing the same thing about the same time, too. And a lot of people don't get recognition for it. But I seen it come alive even in the 70s and things like that in the Bay Area. So that's where I kind of started. I think I bought my first rap record, which was Rapper's Delight when I was a young kid. And then they said they sold out. I was like, They gave me this other record, which was like, but here's a girl band that does the same thing. And they're called Sequence.
Oh,
yeah. She's in heaven right now, rocking in paradise. But one of her MCs had just passed away. And the song was called Funk You Up. And that was my first hip hop record I bought. But yeah, that's when I started pretty much the whole journey. But, in the breakdancing scene, the graffiti scene, I tried everything. I tried to rap. I sucked at everything except, I did suck at DJing, but after a while, I started getting a little better.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't hear enough about hip hop in the Bay Area in the early days.
Of course.
You know, yeah, but I mean, you know, we know a little bit about Too Short and stuff like that, but what were some of the other guys that were doing stuff at that point in time?
I mean, there was the first mobile group was in the 70s. I think they were called Electric Sounds, and my cousin was actually in that DJ group, and you know, Planet Rock, they would play that type of stuff, and what is it now? Tour de France from Kraftwerk, and all great like early hip hop kind of stuff, and you know, there was so many other mobile groups. There was a very big mobile DJ kind of thing out here in the Bay, where you know they would, by word of mouth, you would call that DJ group up, and they would do your parties and things like that.
Yeah,
a lot of them everywhere.
Yeah.
And of course, they would have breakers. I think as soon as the movie Beat Street came out, it was just b-boys and b-girls everywhere. But before that, there was this crew called Demons of the Mind, and they were now they're called Media Circus, and they were a strutting group, or you could say a popping group, and they were well like back in the 70s, and they would do like little performances at the wharf. You know, like there's this place where a lot of tourists go, and they would doing their routines, and you know that I saw that as a kid. I'm like, damn, where are they getting all this amazing music? And you know, so the history goes way back. I can go on for days about that. But
yeah, because that's one of the things you hear. You know, obviously we know New York and then L.A. and it was electro, and then it kind of went into gangster and stuff like that. But the Bay Area, aside from hearing about Too Short selling tapes out the trunk, you know, you don't hear enough about the other stuff going on.
Yeah, there was even a TV show called Home Turf, and she would have all these guests on. I remember Tupac was on the show, and I was like, oh, whatever, it's just Tupac. You know, I never really thought about it because I did a bunch of shows with him. But a lot of people that were very famous came on the show, and it was not even a thing. It's like it was just, you know, the homies.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
When was like Sesame Street, Hip Hop Sesame Street.
That's dope.
Yeah. It's called Home Turf.
Home Turf.
Yeah, you know the DJ from the Beastie Boys, me and Mixmaster Mike, we were there, and DJ Apollo, and a lot of famous MCs were on that show that are, you know, kind of huge today or very, you know, legendary.
Yeah. What if it's on YouTube?
Yeah, there's a few things on YouTube, just Home Turf. And there's a girl, Dominique DePrima, and she would rap on there. And it was so ancient back then. She would like do like so simple raps like, another cat in the hat, and that. And okay, let's watch it. There's going to be some kind of hip hop on it.
Right. At the time, you're trying. Yeah, because at the time, it's like, you got to get what you can.
Yeah, and then there was a station called KDAY in LA, and we would try to tune into it, and we were like, what the fuck? How do you get that station? And then, you know, you could barely hear it. And then, you know, that was, you know, Jennifer, of course, knows that. There was another station out there called KPOO, and we would fucking have to tune into it. It was in the Fillmore, which is where a lot of MCs in the Bay came from. And that was another one, even in the Bay, you had to freaking, I don't know, you had to go on top of your roof and put the whole fucking whatever, clothes hangers, all that shit.
We used to put aluminum foil on the antennas to see if that would help.
Oh, you walk out the house with it, wearing it just to get the
Right.
Yeah, the Sony Walkmans and all that. And
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So when did you start DJing actually?
I would be 1985.
Okay.
A little bit late, but you know, still deep in the culture when it didn't go commercial yet. So 1985, me and Mixmaster Mike started about the same time, and he started a little bit before me, so he was already a little bit more advanced, and he kind of taught me about using the force, where it's like, you know, you kind of because I was like, it was so robotic, and then Mike was more like more fluid, more like just kind of like, you know, using his body to scratch, and it was like using his soul rather than using your mind. And so that taught me that, and that was 1985 when we both started.
Wow.
Yeah.
So who were some of the DJs you were, aside from Mike, who else were you looking up to and inspired by at that point?
I mean, before me, it was like there was a bunch of DJs that, you know, I was still young. I was like 15 years old. I didn't know really who was who, but I know my cousin was doing it in Electric Sounds, and there was this guy from Oakland named Big Bob. And I remember seeing him scratch for the first time, and I was like, holy shit, that's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. And it was like, all he did was, on Tour de France, there's this part where they're breathing and go, and he grabbed the record, and I was like, damn, that was the most incredible shit I've ever seen. And so everywhere me and my buddy went, we would go, let's go get some food. Every sentence would be like that, with that pattern, and it was just like the best thing ever. And then that song Egyptian Lover came out, and it was, what is a DJ if you can't scratch?
Yeah.
We tried it and all that, and oh man, it was like, okay, I guess you have to scratch to be a DJ, so that was the rules for us.
What were you playing out at parties and stuff?
No, right? Well, kind of, yeah, sure. I was learning the ropes, and learning a lot of lessons. A lot of fuck ups were a lot of lessons. So I learned at an early age that I like these losses because you win knowledge.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
So I was looking forward to losing every time. It was a happy thing for me. I figured it out. I was like, this is the fucking wisdom right here. Every fucking what do you call it? Whenever you win, it's almost, sometimes when you win, it's almost like it can be detrimental to you. You get big headed and you practice, but the losses are like, fuck, I'm gonna come back next time, boom, boom, like a little better every time.
Yeah. So when did you guys form the Scratch Pickles?
That would be like 1980, 97, 96, 95.
Okay, so that came later.
Yeah, way out. 10 years later, we had a crew, Mixmaster Mike and DJ Apollo. They were the two top scratch DJs in the Bay, and they had a crew together called TWS. So they were the first guys I seen do a DJ band with two turntables, and they would both scratch on a mixer, just two DJs on two turntables. I was like, whoa! And one would, like they would get two sounds like doom 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 with two DJs. It was incredible. 1980, I'm gonna say 86, around there. Wow. And later, I came in a few years later. I had won the DMC competition in 1991. Mm-hmm. And they were like, "Oh shit, Q doesn't suck anymore." So hang out with him now. So we started getting together, and then I started drumming some, and then Mixmaster Mike was like, "Oh shit!" He got on the turntable and started scratching, and then Apollo was like, "Oh shit!" He got some chicken on another turn, and all this shit. And we were like, "Oh shit! We got a fucking turntable band." Wow. Sounds like a farm, but at least we're starting somewhere.
Right, exactly.
So that happened in about 1991 after I got into the DMC World Competition.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it was before that. Holy shit. Yeah, no, that was right. Never mind.
Okay.
When did you guys get down with Rocksteady? Like, because you were the Rocksteady DJs first, right?
Yeah, so now we have a turntable band, and we started practicing a lot together, and we were like really vibing, like, oh shit, I found my soul tribe, that type of shit. And it's like, oh, I love working with these guys. So we made a whole kind of turntable band routine with our MCs. We had two MCs, they were called FM20. One was FMD and H2O, and FM20, and we were the DJs behind them. And so we were really into Public Enemy, and so we were like, oh, let's call ourselves Shadow of the Prophets, because the Prophets were the MCs. We're like, we're gonna be the Shadow of the Prophets. We're behind the MCs and all that. And so every time the MCs would rap, they would like take a break in the middle, and they'd be like, let's go to the DJs, and we do our turntable routine. We went to New York, and we did that, and Rocksteady crew saw that, and they were like, holy shit, these DJs are keeping the culture alive of scratching and stuff. And so they were like, "Well, I think you guys be down with Rocksteady crew." So that's when we became Rocksteady DJs. And then we had to change our name, Shadow of the Prophet, because there was a guy in the Bay, our good friend DJ Shadow, and we're like, "Fuck it, let's let him have the name. We're not gonna fight over it. Fuck it."
Right.
Else. And then so Crazy Legs, we were called Shadow of the. I'm sorry, we changed our name from Shadow of the Prophet to Rocksteady crew, Rocksteady DJs. And then we won a world competition as the Rocksteady DJs in 1992, 93.
Yeah.
And Crazy Lake started hiring other guys. So now there's a whole bunch of Rocksteady DJs around the world. So we're like, fuck, we need to change our name because we have no identity. There's a gang of Rocksteady DJs. So then 2 or 3 years later, we named ourselves Invisible Scratch Pickles as a joke. And then it stuck with us. And unfortunately, we got
that. Unfortunately. Can we go back to the DMC? How did you approach that and practice for it and training for it?
Okay, so I had the once again the losses are fucking the most amazing thing. So the biggest crisis in my life is I had a car accident, and I was like, oh fuck! The doctor's like, you can't walk ever, and I'm like, oh fuck. And then so I was like, fucking, all I could do is scratch. So I sat down in my chair and scratched for months and months and months and scratched. And all of a sudden I started getting good. I was like, oh shit. Because I'm doing all these hours on accident.
Right.
Good. And so the DMC came around and I had all these new techniques and I fucking accidentally won. And that's kind of the fucking, how you call it, the bad things in life that happen to you are actually blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I go to that spot all the time. I'll drive by there. I'm like, fuck, this is where my accident happened. Motherfucking shit, that was awesome. Yeah, sometimes you look at it's negative and you're like, wait a minute, it got me to where I am right now. So
yeah, exactly. Wow.
God has a weird plan for everyone. So it's like, it's a beautiful thing. Everything. If you just trust in the whole system of moving forward and letting God take the reins and you just keep doing what you love to do. And if you're going to make the world a better place for what you're going to do, it always works somehow. And it's amazing how the clockwork and all the gadgets in the freaking watch of life, makes everything happen. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Can we talk about I've always, because I got these CDs once, the Sugar Fragger Show, and I don't know much about it, but these are great. And I want to know a little more about the history of this and how it happened.
I mean, that's just it was a pirate radio station from Billy Jam. And he had a pirate radio show. He was like, hey, you want to go on my pirate radio show? And we're like, fuck it. Yeah, I know exactly what fucking having no signal is. It's like, go a block. Fuck it, let's do it. So we all got together, all the pickles at the time. I think it was DJ Flair, DJ Disc, D Styles, Shortcut, Mixmaster Mike, all the guys in the crew. And we all just kind of had set up a bunch of turntables and we played all kind of our favorite music, which was East Coast type of New York hip hop. That's what we loved the most. So we just played a gang of that stuff, and I don't know, it was, like wild style beats, fucking Malcolm McLaren, anything that just sounded like, god damn, this is ancient ass rap music from like the 70s. We love that stuff so much. So we did all of that on there, and we scratched, but we had a bunch of new techniques. So we were doing all these crazy new techniques over old hip hop music that we love. And so we like to keep it like raw. And so that's what that show was about. And everybody was drunk and high on that thing. So it was just all free stuff. Basically, it was a lot of fun. Energy of fun.
Yeah.
Bro, that Dimples D, that cut up music, I love that. I listen to those regularly. I love those albums. They're awesome.
Yeah, I got it because I saw I saw you guys' names on it. I'm like, what is this? Because I didn't know at the time. And I'm playing it. I'm like, this shit is bugged out. It's so
yeah. Guys having fun, partying, and playing shit we like. That's all. It was really it was all made up on the spot.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
That's dope. Let's talk about obviously hooking up with Automator, because you've done a lot of stuff with Automator over the years, especially as Ultramag was talking about before the show started, the Dr. Octagon. And
what year did that come out? Just so I could
that was Octagon was 96.
96.
Yeah.
96. Yeah.
The first one was a single called Bear Witness. When did that came out? A little bit before Octagon, right?
I think it was still 96 though.
Okay. So that single, I was winning the DMC competitions and all that. And he was like, Automator was like, I'm gonna use this guy. So he fucking come on in. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna use you too. Yeah. And so and I love Cookies and shit. It just turned out amazing. They already did all the rapping and the beats and all that. They just needed me to put the little extra touches on it, and then that was amazing. I was like, fuck, man, this is so cool. And Cool Keith was there, and I was hanging out with him. I got to know him, and we had no idea our birthdays were the same, and Automator's kids went same birthday. We had no fucking idea. We were just like all vibing, and I don't know, man. I was just tripping. I was like, damn, this is weird. Two Asians and a black dude. It's like, that's
what was your guys' reaction to it when it took off? Because I mean, it was just
I was like, no fucking way.
right.
I just thought it was like, okay, I'm gonna do this shit, and it's gonna be like one of the same, like those other fucking rap projects I do. They fucking nobody listens to it. It's all underground, black and shit, and it fucking people like the cult following now. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, bro, I told you, I got 7 copies of the album.
Yeah.
7 copies.
I heard the second album was not even produced by Automator, and that could have been maybe why it's like not as the vibe was different. It was I think he was so I'm not gonna say nothing because he's gonna get mad at me, but I just heard that he should have produced it himself because I heard like some of the other producers on there they're using more digital equipment. It didn't sound just as good as the first one.
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll see. He might be like,
Hey,
produce the whole thing. I don't know. That's just what I heard.
I saw you guys when you came to Philly. Like you were touring that album, but I saw you came to Philly. I was like, oh my God, it was crazy.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I felt really good there. The energy there is really good. I guess that's why Cash Money and Jazzy Jeff and Tat and DJ Miz, they got that really good energy for DJs out there. DJ Lightning Rich, there's a lot of guys out there.
Rest in peace, Lightning Rich. That was amazing.
From Philly. There's so many fucking amazing DJs from Philly.
Yeah.
Like there's a vortex over there or something.
Something in the water.
Yep.
Okay, so I was years old when I learned that there's this compilation, a Japanese Tommy Boy compilation.
Stealing my question, yeah.
Okay, Flatline, please ask about.
Can you please tell us about the G's Hip Hop Remixes album that was a Japanese only release, and it has you, DJ Honda, DJ Aladdin, DJ Homicide.
Oh shit!
DJ Fuse. I mean, it's ridiculous.
You remixed De La Soul Saturday.
Oh my! I feel like I'm on Nardwuar right now when he fucking.
Crazy.
I forgot about that shit. I remixed the De La Soul track with the Woody Woodpecker thing, and Aladdin was there, and Honda, and holy fuck! You brought me back. Like I think how was that? 40 years ago?
No, 94.
94, yeah.
How many years ago? That 30 years ago?
31 years.
31 years.
What? Oh shit! It's like. Damn. I remember that too. I remember Aladdin. The biggest thing for me was when Aladdin was there because he's such an amazing scratcher. Holy shit! I was like, fuck.
Yes.
That's my god right there. Aladdin was so amazing and shit. I thought he should have won the World DMC competition. I thought he got robbed, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just we just put that together, and once again, it's like the Octagon Project. Like whatever, we'll put it out there, see what happens, and now you guys finally heard it after 30 years.
Yeah. Found out about it 2 hours ago. I was like,
so did I. I was
like, knows about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about it until you said it right now.
I was just gonna say you had this really weird look on your face, like what are they talking about?
Totally, yeah. You know what it is? It reminds me of Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong would do all this shit, play on everybody's music, and fucking years later he'd be like, "Oh, yo, that song, Hello Dolly, is a big hit right now." What are you talking about? You know, that's how I feel right
now. Bugged out because I didn't know about it until today either. So I'm glad we both found it.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's great. It's such a dope mix. I mean, it's simple, but like you do your thing on it, and that's what's great about it. You know,
I mean, that's my next Instagram post. Look at this thing I did with De La Soul and Aladdin.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And of course you did. You worked with Automator on the DJ Crush remix, right?
I really didn't know about that. What are you talking about now?
Was Only the Strong Survive?
No clue. I don't even remember doing that.
Okay. They give you credit for it.
I'm gonna look it up now. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I do a lot of shit for free. You know, I throw it out there and see what happens. I'm like I even do a lot of stuff for just, you know, I just do it for karma, right? You put it out there, God's gonna reward you, whatever. So I just do it like that.
Yep. I got
Speaking
you.
of, we have we're on album number 84 on DJCuber.com. I put out all these beat albums for free, and so that's like over 600 beats for free on DJCuber.com. We just put it out there. We let the universe take care of it, and it's almost like a futuristic money thing. You just put it out there, and it comes back to you, and it sure has.
Wow. Well, that's it. There we go. Thick Crates wants to know about your production. Making dope beats. When did you start making beats?
Oh, probably 1988, around there.
What kind of equipment were you using?
Sonic sampler, and I only got it because of Public Enemy's producers, the Bomb Squad.
The Bomb Squad, yeah.
And so fucking those guys, the way they were making beats, I kind of found out, oh, they're using that. Okay, I'm gonna buy that, and whoo, that's a good machine. The EPS by Ensoniq. That was my first sampler, and boy, now I know the sound of it. But back then I was like, okay, whatever, it's a sampler. But now I see that when it goes down to 16-bit and the way how that processes the beats, it makes the beats fatter than they already are. So it's like, oh man, that's an amazing time around the 80s, late 80s, 90s, all that type of hip hop. That's why it sounds so amazing. And that's why a lot of DJs and producers are going back to all that old equipment, like the SP1200, and all that for the 12-bit sound, the 16-bit sound. Because when it gets too clean, it's like, dude, this fucking sounds whack and shit clean. But the whole texture of the late 80s and 90s gives it that rawness of fucking the hip hop that we love so much.
Yeah. It's an important part of the sound. Go ahead, Ultra. What you say?
I just can we talk? Let's talk about this. Can we talk about the greatest DJ battle of all time, X-Men versus the Scratch Pickles? Can we talk about how that?
The Rob Swift, Sinister. Those are my boys. Rob Raider, Les Rockin' in Paradise.
Yes.
Yep.
Man, those are my homies. Yeah, I wasn't even to us. It wasn't even a battle. It was just we're having fun, and after we was like, "What's up? Let's get some food." We're just hanging.
Listen,
of course, it was competitive. We're gonna fuck these guys up as much as we can, but in the bigger picture, it's a lot of love.
do you know how many that tape is? Man, it's bootleg. I used to watch that all the time. I don't even DJ, but I'm just sitting there like glued to that watching it. It's amazing. I love that.
Thank you. Big shouts to Mixmaster Mike and Shortcut, who was in the crew. Us three did it. Yeah, we came out with the record of that mix. It was called That was our first record, Invisible Scratch Pickles versus the Planet.
Yeah. How is Shortcut in the Beat Junkies and the Scratch Pickles?
So Beat Junkies are more like they're also kind of like a scratching group too, but they also concentrate a lot on party rocking and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in that crew too. That's an LA crew. They got him in there, and D Styles is also in that crew, but he's also in the Invisible Scratch Pickles, which is a Bay Area. Right. It could just be that. Yeah, Shortcut is also in a crew with Rob Swift and Simpson. They have a crew called the X Factor.
The triple. Oh, okay.
And then he Shortcut's in another crew with DJ Apollo and Vinrock called Triple Threat.
Yeah.
Almost like a when they battle in Jamaica, that type of thing, the sound system battle. That's another one that's involved in all these things. So he's in a few crews and shit. He's a crew.
Yeah.
Too many crews.
Just real quick, you are on the Automator remix of Only the Strong Survive.
Yes, I thought so.
I don't even know what that is. What is it?
It was a DJ Crush joint. Was there an MC on it?
CL Smooth is on it.
CL Smooth is on it. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Fuck, I never heard of that. I'm glad you guys told me that.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we
go. Okay, so we got to talk about Wave Twisters. Yeah.
Oh, man.
How did that all come about? Because
so I was doing the DMC competition, and I was winning the world competitions around 90. When did I start? 91. I was in there. 92 we won it with Mixmaster Mike, DJ Apollo. 93 to 94 it was me and Mixmaster Mike, and then after that we just became judges. And that's when Rock Raider won. We were judging that competition, and after that we were like fucking. When the guys that go on the moon, and they're like, "Oh, we made it to the fucking moon." Now, so I always thought about that. I was like, "Okay, we're not gonna have a fucking now what? We're gonna move forward." And so I made that mixtape. That later became Rap Pages. They said it was the world's best mixtape. I was like, "Oh shit, okay, cool." So what that mixtape was about was Demolition Pumpkin Squeeze. And that was because I heard Grand Wizard Theodore and Grandmaster Flash do all B-boy breaks in a mixtape. I was like, fuck, these beats are so fucking dirty. And then I said, I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna add all the new scratch techniques on it. And so that became Rampage's fucking best mixtape of all time. Then I was like, okay, now what? And then I was like, all right, let me do something nobody's done before. I'm gonna drum scratch. I'm gonna scratch the bass line, and I'm gonna scratch the vocals, and I'm gonna scratch the sound effects. I'm gonna do the whole band like on every track. So it's like, holy shit, all scratching song. And that song was called Invasion of the Octopus People, and it's just every fucking sound is scratched. All the equipment, there's no production. The production is from the turntables.
Yeah.
Every track. And then I was like, fuck, let me make a whole album of this shit. That would be fucking dope. No one's ever done that. So I made every song on my album, Wave Twisters. And then I was like, you know what? Let's take it to another level. Because I still had that battling mentality. Like, all right, how am I going to fucking fuck up everybody that they can't fucking do this? They're going to probably could do this, make a scratch album. But let's take it to the next level. Let's make every chapter in this album, a fucking a story in this whole movie. What if we animated the whole movie and used graffiti characters? There's so many graffiti characters on the walls, all this graffiti everywhere. How come they're not animating these characters? These guys look sicker than the fucking Smurfs.
Right.
Do that. And so we put, oh, by the way, did you know the Smurfs have tails now? This is a Mandela effect. Anyway, so we made the movie Wave Twisters, and that it was just accumulation of all of that to be like, okay, if we're not battling anymore, we can use the same energy to make something kind of a masterpiece with our love of scratching in
yeah. What was great about this time was that when rap music was getting more and more pop oriented and stuff, you guys gave fans like us a lot of hope.
Oh, yeah.
that there was still appreciation for the culture out there, because a lot of us, we were fans and we were doing our own little things, but we were just kind of like, what the hell's going on? The puffy and the shiny suits and all that shit.
I fucking hated it. There was all these MCs and rappers, and they were like, oh, these guys are so dope, and all of a sudden they fucking sell out. I'm like, they suck. And it fucking ruined my whole fucking image of those MCs. Like, oh, he's not hardcore. He's fucking doing whatever.
Right.
Like, cheesy ass music. Like, for reals, come on. And so I was like, I never, ever fucking want to do that shit. It almost taught me a lesson, like when you look at other people and see what they do, like your elders, and you're like, ooh, I'm never going to be like that. That type of shit. So it kept us, like, grounded to be more of, like, we're not after the money. We're after the art. The beauty of the art is more than fucking any money can give you. It's a priceless thing to have a beautiful thing that it's not a sellout thing. It's like, fuck, that's black and shit. So, we never wanted to go to that direction. Although there was some times when I had to pay some bills, I was like, shit. I never went that. I still never went that. I said, fuck it, I'm not going to do that. I got to hold strong and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of those records you don't remember.
Hey, Q, never lose track.
Q-Bert, can we talk about I remember seeing it in the theater, the film Scratch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that was kind of a pivotal thing for a lot of us that were just getting, either we would just get the albums or like the bootleg tapes or something like this. It kind of gave us a great look at the overall picture of what was going on at the time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they missed a lot of people. Like, I was like, oh my God, my freaking my mentor, DJ, what's his name? Cash Money's not in there. Or Jazzy Jeff's not in there. Aladdin wasn't in there. Of course, they're just coming in. They don't really know the scene. They just came in and just took a little peek at it, and they just kind of, saw us. Right. That's all. That's the only thing I would have a problem with. But, they're not going to get, if they don't know anything about it, I don't blame them. Fuck it. But other than that, it was amazing for like a, I guess for someone as well that doesn't know anything about scratching. It's like, whoa, there's a freaking culture in this this weird niche thing, whatever.
Yeah. And it was kind of, did it, well, I'm trying to think how I want to ask this question. Did it feel like it was kind of getting to a certain point, or were you guys still kind of like sky's the limit? Because after that, as we got into the 2000s, then there was kind of the rise of celebrity DJs and things, you know, and shit got kind of weird.
I mean, it's still like that. There's always it's like, how you call it? It's like a fucking tree, right? It's just gonna keep on going like this. All these fucking types of DJs, punk rock DJs, fucking rock DJs, whatever, the fucking commercial DJs. Then you got all this weird type of music, you know. And I'm just gonna this one guy, AC/DC. He's the guitarist for AC/DC, and I always had learned from him this. Someone said, "Hey man, the fucking music you're doing, it sounds like your old ass music when you were first started." And he, you know what he said? He said, "Thank you." I guess you could do what you love for the rest of your life. So that's kind of like the little branch we're on and stuff. But yeah, there's gonna be all this other shit. Everyone's gonna see all this other shit, and they can pick and choose what they want to. So you can't say it's going one direction. It's going a bazillion directions. You have to just have discernment and choose what you love. It's almost like I used to collect comic books, and I would get, oh, this is the #1 comic. I collect all these shits. But later I was like, fuck, I don't like any of these things except for one comic that I like. So it's like, okay, fuck that. Now, that's how it was going to be with music.
Right. Thick Crates also asked about the Dirt Style records. He says they were always arranged perfectly and pressed loud. What was the process for making those? And how difficult was it to assemble?
Those are DJ tools. Like you make sound effect records, and sometimes we would have a whole fucking crate of records. And now you have Serato, which or whatever, Tractor, Record Box, DJ AI Pro. All this shit is in your computer, your laptop, and so you don't have to carry all these record crates. So before that happened, we were like, fuck it, let's just put all the fucking crates of records, all the best sounds on one record. And so that's the story of that type of deal.
Where'd you get those pressed at?
There's different places that DJs press records. There's Pirates Press. There's RTI. There's Records. There's freaking man. You just go online. Some people, they just make the record on their computer, send it online, and they fucking mail it back to them. That easy. Like you don't have to go back in days. You have to take a DAT tape, and you have to buy a DAT recorder, record that, and bring that over there. And all this shit.
Yeah. What did you think the first time you heard A-Track? Obviously, then you put him down, but like being so young, like how was that?
We noticed that he was like, hey, this guy's dope. He's like the future of DJ. Let's put him down with the crew at that time.
Right.
It was in Canada. And then sometimes when I look back at it, I'm like, man, the other guy was pretty dope too. But you know, whatever. It's just that circumstances of what the universe wanted at that time.
Right.
Big shots to D Scratch, by the way, is his name. He was also they were neck and neck. Fuck, we were like, fuck, which one's gonna be better? And sometimes it's like sometimes it goes over your head and you look back and you're like, damn, that other guy was kind of dope too, though. So,
right.
Both of them are champs.
Where did you get the idea to come up with because you basically came up with annotating scratches, or doing scratch notation, musical notation. Where did that come from, and how did you develop that?
So this guy, once again, A-Track, we had a convention, Yoga Frog, and me put together a convention called ScratchCon. And so we had all the best scratchers in the world come to the convention, and one of them was A-Track, and he did a presentation on annotating scratches, and that's where I learned that from. And then this other guy, I think his name's Radon. He said he's the inventor of it. And then there's another guy in New York, Battle Sound. They started it. So who fucking knows? God made it. Thank you so much. Now we fucking took it to our own level, and we started making all this other crazy shit. So thank you, God, for making that. I don't know who invented it. You know, a lot of people say, I invented this, I invented that. I always leave it up. I just say, hey, man, God invented it. You know, thank God. So, those are the three guys that I think had made it. So I don't know. They have to fight amongst themselves to be who started it. Whatever. It's almost like Grandmaster Flash and Grand Wizard Theodore. They fight amongst who made the first Grand.
Yeah.
But I give it, I think Grand Wizard Theodore started the choo choo. I think Grandmaster Flash did the the forward kind of without the pullback. I think Grandma's Theater was a pullback.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah.
Both of those are scratches. Who did it for? I don't. Whatever.
Right.
But you know. Well, that was for the back and forth thing. I got to give it to him. Man.
Yeah.
I can't leave out Flash for as well. It's like they both did it, you know.
Yeah. Where do you see it going? Where do you see DJing going now?
It's infinite. You can't just fucking stop it in a box. You have to you have to realize that, oh shit, I just had a vision of it can go this way, blah blah blah. It's like forever. It's infinite. It's liquid. So you have to think of it as, once again, the tree branch. You got the fucking branch this way, and then on that fucking branch you got a million other fucking branches, and then on those you got another bazillion branches. It's like veins and shit. It just keeps going. It's like it's infinite. So whatever you can see it do in your mind, it's gonna happen. And fucking, my mind is kind of open. I'm seeing all kind of bazillion ways. I can't even mention just one thing. It's like there's so many ways it can go. I mean, how many sounds can you scratch? How many songs can a pianist play? It's fucking, you know.
Yeah.
It's a musical instrument, and in the most weirdest way, and the most fucking bizarre and craziest way that I love so much.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the thing. I think it took a long time for it finally to be respected as a musical instrument.
I mean, still people fucking hate it, but it's
yeah.
Okay. I respect them. That's their opinion. It's okay. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So ETA on the new Scratch Pickles record?
ASAP.
Okay. So it's almost there, huh?
It's almost fucking done. So we're probably putting a few finishing touches on things, and we might do a story thing too. So I don't know. Somebody said, "Hey man, don't talk about your shit until it's fucking done." So I'm like, okay, I better shut up.
Right. Are you guys putting it out yourselves, or do you have a situation?
There's all these different scenarios. We could probably put out independent, or we could get signed. I don't know. Fucking, we've never been signed, so I kind of like it like that too, as well. I like the freedom. Sometimes you get signed and like, all right, we need you to wear a fucking skirt and shit. Like, fuck all that shit. You're gonna have shortcut and makeup and fucking. You know what? We're not gonna go there.
Oh man. Oh. Gilbert, what's your fascination with aliens?
Well, it started off before I was into DJing. I was into UFOs and fucking spacecraft and life in outer space and all that stuff. And so I'm actually more into that genre of fucking thinking rather than DJing. And I'm really super nerdy about scratching, but I'm more nerdy about the secrets of life and the universe and where we came from and how why are we here? That type of shit. And what's out there? Right. So the DJing made me learn all kinds of music on the planet. Turkish music, the way they fucking play in India, all the instruments they use. I'm like, well, what about other planets out there? What about musical instruments on other worlds? How does it sound like? So I started looking online, and then it got me to this rabbit hole of all these fucking extraterrestrial life situations and how they live, and it's all the spiritual stuff, and it's amazing. That's why I put all my music for free, because it's a karma thing. They on all these planets they have like different systems on different planets where, like in the Pleiadian system, they have this system where if you do something good for society, you get a certain amount of credits. Now, if you fucking make an invention for the whole planet, you get infinite credits. So I'm like, damn, that's just a karma thing. So I'm like, I'm just gonna keep on throwing stuff out there, making everybody, whoever likes it, happy. So that's kind of like that's one of the lessons I learned. But because of that, it's like, fuck, I want to learn more about these advanced societies in outer space. And it's like, holy shit. And then you start learning about the inner Earth societies and all this ultra terrestrial shit and different dimensions. And I'm like, man, I love all of that stuff. And it really puts a different perspective on how life is for me and how everyone is blinded by the matrix here on Earth. And it's like, oh shit, it's a big hypnosis on this planet, and we've all been fooled. And so now I'm seeing all this other ways of how reality should be. And I'm still learning. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And at the same time, all of it could be bullshit.
Right. Well, right. You gotta believe in something, right?
Yeah, but for the most part, whatever the fucking karma thing is, that shit's working. I'm helping people. It's coming back to me. Whatever. Even if they fucking smile back, I'm like, whew, man, I did my job.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm always curious about record collections. Do you still buy wax?
Once in a while, sure, yeah, for sure. If I'm gonna like, okay, if I know a beat is like nasty and dirty, like a lot of the times I'll just go to like garage sales and that type of shit, because then for some reason the dust on the record, when you sample a beat with the dust on the record, the old drum machines with the 12-bit and 16-bit technology enhance the dust. So it's like, it's like, woo! That's the hip hop I love.
Yeah, me too. How many records do you have approximately? Do you think?
Ooh, I don't know, man. I really, I don't even want. How the fuck do I count all that? What am I going to do? I don't know. That's a great question. Maybe I'll start counting again, because then you start getting bored. It's like, okay, now I got to go over here in this other room and count all that. It's like, I really don't know. That's a great question. I might count my shit. I really want to know too.
Yeah. I'm always curious, because we have talked to. Anytime we talk to DJs, producers, I always ask that question, and if they still have records, and most of them do, but some of them don't, because they've gone digital and they're like, nah, I don't need the records anymore.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's both, so like sometimes if I know, okay, this whole crate of records, this one crate sucks, I'll take it to Amoeba and they'll give me a couple bucks and I'll buy a fucking movie or some shit and watch it.
Right.
So, there's a lot of good stuff though that's that you got to keep too.
Yeah. Did you have any Holy Grail records that you found over the years?
Oh yeah, there was this one. I kind of, for some reason, I like the picture discs or whatever. The weird thing is all the records with the breaks and all that. 90% of it you can find on YouTube. You just type in, it's like, oh shit, there goes that record.
Yeah.
And then you can fucking add your own dirt to it if you want and sample that. But I don't know. Now I'm like, sometimes there's like, I'm really into graffiti records. If a record has some graffiti on it with some good art, I'm like, oh, that's kind of dope just to have it. There's this Rock City Crew record I have that has art on it. It's fucking beautiful. I wonder if I have it. It's in the other studio, but yeah.
Yeah.
I like the whole old school hip hop. When I first got into hip hop, all the record covers had graffiti on it, and it was just so freaking like street, like real raw, like
right.
Hip hop and punk rock came up at the same time, so it was real dirty in the beginning, and that's just like, I like it like that. So those kind of covers are kind of things I collect.
Yeah. Thick Ray said you got beats from 45 King on your last two albums, huh?
Woo! Yeah, 45 King is so amazing. Oh man, he's wrestling. Not wrestling. I think he's rocking in paradise.
Yeah, I would think.
Life after death. That I'm like, man, congratulations, he's in paradise. He's having a great time. So a lot of his beats are like the super most amazing beats ever, and he gave me a lot of stuff right before he transitioned. Woo, man, precise. Thank you so much. And
45 King he was great.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
such a super guy.
Yeah, so cool. Do you ever get the video of his house? He has a freaking restaurant in his living room or whatever. You ever seen that?
I've heard about it. Yeah, I've seen the video. Yes, I heard about it.
He loves that. What do you call it? The Mel's Diner look so much that he put it in his
house. Yeah. Yeah. Mark was great because I did a record. I did a record for Chill Rob G, and I asked if we could get Mark on it, and so Mark begrudgingly did some vocals for it, and then he would just call me and play beats for me on the phone, and it was just like, this is the craziest shit ever. Yeah. Yeah, just nasty. Just a dope.
I like his. I think he did a show with him and Biz Markie or something. They were listening to beats back and forth.
Yeah,
so good.
Making the beat.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Yeah, super dope. Hubert, anybody you want to work with that you haven't yet?
I would like to do another fucking Dr. Octagon. I'll tell you that much.
Yes.
He's one of the fucking MCs that. He's one of them that can really make me laugh. He's really funny. Like some people are like, what is all this stuff? Dude, it's comedy. Fucking with skills.
Right. It is.
I don't know if he sees it like that, but I do. I think it's funny. I think it makes entertains me.
Yeah.
Oh, that Octagon record is so classic.
Yeah, because sometimes a lot of MCs there will have a whole bunch of skills, but what they're saying is like, man, and then like the Kool Keith is hilarious. Talk about like clitoris is on the forehead and I don't know, birds to a giraffe, things like that. I think for me that's funny. I don't know.
Right.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. It's like comedy but with skills.
Yeah.
Right.
Great way to put it. I never thought of it like comedy with skills.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you ever have any trouble using the name Qbert for obvious reasons? But
No. It's the fucked up thing about that is I went and looked into the origins of that video game Qbert. It was video games back then in the 80s, Dig Dug, Pac-Man, Qbert, like that. And I was like, why did they call that video game Qbert? And so I went to go look at it, and I was like, okay, cool. This is what I was named after. Let's go see the origins of it. And so, you ever play that game, Qbert?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you ever see the little creatures that he's fighting? These little blobs, right? And the little guy, gnarly and stuff. All the bad guys that you have to avoid. So what I found out is, and then you see Qbert. He has this big old nostril thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I found out is all those characters in there is snots. So the name of the game and what I'm named after is it's supposed to be called Booger, but they couldn't name the game Booger. They called it Qbert. So my name is DJ Booger.
Wow.
Hey, if you're digging, find me.
You're right. That's a hell of a revelation, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Let's see. Oh, can Q tell us about some of the early rap records that had advanced cuts?
Woo! I know the whole history right there. Woo, when I first started, it was Mixmaster Ice. UTFO. Every time, and he gave me a great lesson in life, was every time he came out here, he would have a new scratch. Every fucking time, a new scratch. Oh my God. So that was one good teacher for us. Me and Mixmaster Mike would be like, yo, I got the new UTFO shit. And we would learn his scratches. And then after that, it was I got a mixtape from oh wait, before that it was this guy Evil E from Ice-T. Ice-T's DJ. Evil E, I forgot the song. It was You Don't Quit. That's how he's doing 16th notes. I didn't even know what a 16th note was, but at the time it was super fast. Because before that it was just triplets.
Right.
Nice. And this guy came like, oh shit, he's going fast. You didn't know you can go faster. And so that was that next lesson. And after that it was I think it was Joe Cooley. Joe Cooley came out with and I was like a scratch that later I learned that him and Tony G from KDAY had developed. And then somebody came back and said, yo, I just came from the New Music Seminar in New York, and I got this fucking tape of Cash Money versus Joe Cooley. And I'm like, oh, shit, let's listen to that. And I was like, Joe Cooley's going to get him. And I was like, wait a minute, this guy Cash Money is actually doing these things called transforming, but he's making a beat out of the transforms, like with the drums. He did it with Peter Piper. Ding, 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 ding. He was drumming it, and with the snare and everything, it was like, that's pretty damn fucking precise. And then, I skipped one. I skipped them. There was a guy called Jazzy Jeff in Philly. Duh. And he fucking did a scratch. I think Jazzy Jeff was like, Fresh Prince was his rapper at the time. It was like, now make it chirp. And it made it sound like a bird. And then he did, later in the song, he did a part now make it transform. I'm like, holy fuck, how the fuck is he even doing that? What is that shit? So we didn't know, we're watching Transformers cartoons and all that. And it's like, oh man, he made it sound like fucking Optimus Prime. Yeah. It was a mystery. How do you say that when it mystifies you? Like, how did they do that? How did the magician do that? And so that was that's all fucking 1986. That's all within a year of DJing.
Yeah.
And then, then the Joe Cooley stuff came out, and then LL Cool J had a DJ doing the same kind of Joe Cooley scratch, Bobcat, and then
I was just gonna say Bobcat.
Yeah,
you know Bobcat, right? And then there was even way before that was a Reckless. This would be 1984 probably. He's Reckless. Ice-T's DJ, the Glove, Chrissy Glove.
Yeah.
Now Jennifer was getting mad at me for not mentioning the other guys. But yeah, Christopher Glove Taylor, woo! He's Reckless. That was amazing. And then more DJs started coming out. Mr. Mix from Two Live Crew, and he was like
Oh.
some triplets.
Oh no.
Yeah. Instead of it going dip, 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 he was letting the fader go a little bit here and there, and he would do military scratches like dip, 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 but he would do it in a triplet. I was like, whoa! I didn't even. That taught me anything goes. Anything goes.
Mhm.
That was a great lesson right there. And then there was a DJ Man, because after Jazzy Jeff was doing the transform, then DJ Man came in Miami with an MC called MC Shy D, and then the way he transformed, he was transforming on beats that are fast, like electro beats. Yeah, and so like really fast transforming. I was like, oh man, that's clean. And then Aladdin came along, and he was doing even more faster shit. And that's where we were at that point where we were like, oh shit, he's doing shit we're doing now, because we already had caught up already. So we're like, oh, we're on Aladdin's level right now. Me and Mixmaster Mike, like, oh damn, it's like I don't know how you call it, a telekinesis thing where everyone is like kind of in the same mindset. So we're all kind of like doing the same shit. You ever see that thing, that experiment where one guy on this side of the earth is inventing something, but another guy on the other side of the earth is inventing something, and they're all fighting. I invented it. No, I invented it. But they both kind of like did it with their
Yeah. Yep.
You know, kind of like the guys that invented this and that. Whatever. I'm not going to say their names. But, you know, it's all a mental thing where we're all connected. So it's like, oh shit, he's doing exact same scratches as we're doing. Me and Mixmaster Mike. And so that happened in 1989, 88. Man, I'm fucking jumping ahead. I mean, I'm doing the history a little slow. I don't know if you want me to stop. I can keep going. I'm so nerdy about this.
No, keep going, please.
Okay, and then there was a guy named Miz from Philadelphia, and he was doing some fast-ass scratches, but it had a little mysterious extra click in there. And we realized just recently, like, hold on, he's doing flare scratches. Flare scratches are when you leave the fader open. Because normally when you scratch, you leave the fader closed and then start. But he was leaving open and getting extra and we didn't notice what it was, but we were like, wait a minute, that guy's extra fast, but I don't even want to think about it right now because it was a little over my head. But now that I look back at it, I want to give him props for doing flare shit way back then when we didn't even know what flares were.
Wow.
And yeah, and then the Cash Money mixtape, I got that mixtape. I fucking jumped ahead. Cash Money taught us a really good lesson, which was you ever see those magicians when they do a card trick? And they fucking pull out a card trick, and then they got this other shit over here, and then the sleeve over here, and then another fucking card trick, and then the fucking napkins come out, and the fucking doves come out, and all the pops out of their ass. It's like constantly doing tricks was Cash Money's fucking thing. I was like, holy shit, that's another style right there. Like, don't just do one trick and let it go. Keep going. Like, we got a gang of tricks. Like, whole fuck, Cash Money is a fucking wizard in that.
Oh yeah.
In that sense. So if you ever listen to that mixtape that he did from, I guess 1987 or whatever, there's a thing he does with it starts off with Rock the Bells and it goes into Just Buggin'. Just Buggin' is a song by Whistle, and there's a part that goes just woo, bam. He does so many fucking tricks one after the other for I think 20 minutes straight. Different tricks, not the same trick. It's like different ones. It's like it was miraculous, and I was like, that is the highest level of fucking DJ I've ever fucking heard in my life.
Yep.
To fucking Cash Money.
Cash Money.
Philly DJs.
What's that? You know,
Those Philly DJs.
Oh my god! Like to do that is like, whoa! That took him above everybody else, and a lot of people haven't heard that mixtape. But fuck, if you do, you will be fucking astounded by all the fucking things he's doing, and even a lot of the shit he was doing back then. Some DJs are just catching up right now to do it, and I even believe he might have did like a flare stretch way back then, like at that time. Holy shit!
Of course.
And then later in the 90s came, we were just about transforming really fast because we were doing the Aladdin shit. But then what's after that? Well, so we just kept kind of staying with that and just kind of getting faster with the same technique. And then this guy came around, DJ Flair, and showed us the flare scratch, which is like you can do a shortcut, like I was saying with Miz, where instead of leaving the fader closed, you can do the shortcut by just leave it open. There's already a click right there. So you get an extra sound in by leaving the fader open. And so those are known as flare scratches. And he came out with that shit. And it was funny. He would come to my house, and I had just won like the DMC competition. And he'd be like, who's this Cuber guy? So he came over to my house, and they asked Scratch too. I'm like, all right, come on over. Who the fuck is this guy? And I said, and every time I would turn my back to look in the crate of records, he would do the flash shots. He goes, and I'll be like, what was that? And then he would go back to regular time. I'd turn around again. I was like, whoa, what is that shit? And then, you know, weeks went by and I finally figured out you're doing something, and we became friends and all that. And that I was like, what do you call that? He's, I'm gonna name it after myself, the flare.
The flare.
Then after that, this one guy I saw on the DMC did a twiddle scratch. He would tap the fader like tick, 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 and do like real fast scratching with two taps like a bass player would do, like tick, 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 tick. And then I looked at that and I was like, instead of tapping it, why don't you just fucking use all your fingers and rub it across the fader? And so that was the invention of the crab.
Crab. Yeah.
That's the crab scratch. And it wasn't called the crab scratch. It was called the me and Mixmaster Mike, I think we were high on LSD, and we were in Lebanon, and we were trying to order some crepes. So they were like, oh, this is a crepe place. And then we were like, oh, hi. And then the waitress, how can I help you? We're like, oh, we want some crepes. Oh, you mean a crepe? And I was like, and we were kind of high, so we were laughing at that. And I think we laughed for a few hours. And then later we were like, oh, let's call the scratch the crepe scratch. And no one could pronounce that shit. We made a video called Turntable Mechanics Workshop. We showed it. This is the crepe scratch, but no one could pronounce it, so it became the crab scratch.
Wow.
And then what's after that?
That's funny because I just thought because of the motion of the hand, it kind of like crab.
No, not at all. Not at all. Crabs. None of that shit.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, and then more guys came in the crew like Shortcut and D-Styles, and D-Styles was showing me all these other techniques with different rhythms, and I was like, oh, you can change these scratches into different rhythms and things, and so me and D-Styles nerded out about all of these different ways of scratching, and we're still doing that till now. Okay. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I can keep going, but it's like, all right, shut up.
Nah, man, the platform is yours, bro.
I mean, yeah, then we started getting into jazz music and be like, oh, there's silence in the music. Look at Miles Davis. He's like, and then fucking go to the bathroom and come back. And I was like, oh, shit, the pause is the fucking music and shit. And so, you know, there's these different psychology of ways of playing that all of these jazz musicians would do. And there's a really good book called Secrets of the Masters. And it's all the fucking secrets from like these badass guitar players like Jimi Hendrix and like everybody. And they you can translate all that into scratching, and it's beautiful.
Wow.
And then we got even deeper, like, fuck it, let's go into Picasso. Why was Picasso good? Because he, you know, whatever, he's doing like tribal shit now. We're like, oh, let's do some tribal beats and shit and put that in the drum machine. And kind of let's scratch those down, things like that. And then, of course, you get into other music. And then we going back to what we talked about later is like, how's music in outer space and shit? It's like, oh, fuck that. Some planets have string instruments and all this shit. And it's crazy. It's, you know, it's never ending being a student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it, because you're so precise and stuff, is it easy for you to kind of be able to do like a sloppier style, you know, or get loose with it?
Yeah, totally. Like there's this drunken style. You just, you know, kind of go off B,
right? Yeah.
Still makes fucking sense. You know, that's how you do it. You know, kung fu. You look at the fucking drunken masters and all that. It's there's a rhythm there, but there's like whatever. And then if you fuck up, Miles Davis said, "There's no mistakes. We're all, you know, we're supposed to be." So sometimes when you get into those situations where you fuck up, if you repeat it again, it's not a fuck up. If you repeat anything twice, it's music. So it's like, if you're really in tune with yourself, you're like, oh, it's like, oh, okay, we're supposed to be like that.
Right.
Sometimes you do it, and it's like, oh, I really fucked up. But, you know, as much as possible, if you practice a lot, boy, it's fucking, it's a fluid thing.
Yeah. Flatline, you got any other questions?
I do. I have one more.
Okay.
I hope you remember in 2012, you did a track with the great DJ Magic Mike, who is not
yes.
enough with DJ Craze Journey into Scratching. How is that? working.
Same thing. They just sent me the track. I scratched on it, and then
Yeah,
later with it.
it's an amazing joint. Like I still play
Amazing
it.
joint. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. You still
Yeah.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
I have to replay that again.
Oh, it's phenomenal. Yeah.
We did a on Chuck's label. We did a compilation, a DJ compilation. It was kind of an ode to the Return of the DJs.
Oh wow, what a great cover!
Yeah. So we did a version called Revenge of the DJ, and I reached out to Mike, and Mike gave us that track to put on the.
Oh, that's
To put
awesome.
on the
Mixmaster Mike?
Yeah. No.
Magic Mike.
Magic Mike.
Oh, Magic Mike. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Magic
I gotta
Mike
go
sent us
check
that
all
track.
the stuff you guys are talking about. I have to go revamp myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
go listen to yourself.
Yeah, man. It's some
I,
dope shit, bro.
I read Miles Davis's book, and he said in his book, I never listened to my old shit. And then I learned later some other jazz musicians was like, you know what I noticed about Miles? He always listens to his old shit. So I'm like, what's real?
Oh, you did cuts on West Side Gun's Fly God album.
Yeah, that was he came over the studio and was like, yeah, let's do some cuts. I did some cuts. Big shout to Hardrich for introducing me to that guy. He'd do some shit. And I was doing all kind of crazy ass shit. He's like, nah, whack, that sucks. And then I started scratching, fuck rap, fuck. And he's like, yeah, that's the one right there. I was like, whoa, this guy has a higher fucking psychological whatever way of thinking. So I was like, oh, that's awesome.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Ultra Mag, anything else?
No, but I'm good. I'm good. I'm very good.
No.
Yeah. No. Q.
No, not that.
Yeah. No. Thank you for coming through tonight. We just don't want to keep you all night. So.
No, man, I'm hanging out. This is like we're putting out information to everyone, so it's all good.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah.
Well. Hey, we'll have you back.
Anytime, bro. Let me know.
Yeah. We'll bring you back when their album drops. We
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah. That'll be dope.
Yeah,
So.
looking forward to it.
Yep.
You should.
Yeah.
It's April 1st right now. You should see my Instagram post on @DJ Cuba. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah,
Just
so
all the comments are hilarious. Everyone's like believing it. It's amazing. I don't know. Have you seen my Instagram post? I don't know. You probably haven't. I'll just tell you what it is. It's I put the Invisible Scratch Pickles have a new album coming out. We're on the cover of Rolling Stones. And
Oh, right. Yeah.
Congratulations,
Dude, I've been seeing that all day, and
that's hilarious. Did you believe it?
yeah, you got me.
But maybe we're manifesting it. So if you're listening, Rolling Stones, do the first turntable is magazine now.
There you go.
Just don't put us in dresses
Yeah. Right.
again. Some people will believe that shit again.
Yeah. Right. All right. Yeah. Kubert, thanks for coming through. We'll have you back when the album drops, and we'll talk. That way we can do a deep dive into it.
Definitely,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Love you guys. Take care.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
DJ Kubert. Jenny let the bird out.
Oh man, whew,
Yeah.
that was dope.
So dope. Super dope. Man. Fantastic.
Oh, my
Thank you,
God.
Jennifer. And
Yeah.
thanks to Thick Crates again.
Thank you, Thick Crates.
Yes.
Holy cow, you came in hot and you came in with. I tried to tell Qbert, I know you're still listening. I tried to tell you these guys were going to geek out.
Oh,
I warned you. Oh, he's trying to say something, but
Oh,
he's
wait.
not
Okay.
here.
All right. There he is.
Yeah, what were you gonna say something, Jennifer?
I said I tried to tell you these guys were going to geek out.
I can't believe they knew all that stuff. I really felt like the Nardwar fucking interview.
Oh, man. Yeah, we
love
love
it.
this shit. That's the
Love it.
thing. We love the minutia and you know and
Yes.
Flatline plays it. You know, Ultramag. is deep into it, into the
Admires
history.
it.
We study it. Yeah. No, well, I mean, he studies the shit. I make the shit. You know, it's like
No, so you produce beats?
yeah. I do Chuck D. I do Chuck D and Public Enemy stuff.
What drum machine do you use or whatever? What do you like to use?
I've been using Reason for like 20 years.
Okay, yeah, Mixmaster Mike loves Reason too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Word. Yeah. What are you using now?
Oh man, I strictly collect old ass drum machines that are 12-bit and 16-bit. So I'll switch it up. MPC 3000, ASR 10, Studio 440, which is what Dr. Octagon was made on.
Yeah.
What do you call it? What do you call it? 16 plus and Sonic.
Yep.
The Lin 9000. Woo, that's the shit.
Yeah.
What else is there? Man, there's so many weird old drum machines that can give you that fucking dirty texture. I'm like, whoa, it's a cheat code. It really is.
So do you run those stuff into the computer and record like that?
Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll sample into, like, let's say I get my MPC 2500 out, I'll throw it in there, and it just turns real gritty, and then I'll throw that right into the computer and I'll chop it up.
Got you. Okay.
Because if you chop it up in there, it's like, fuck, it takes for a million years and shit.
Yeah, right.
All I need is the texture. As long as it fucking sounds nice and fat, then I'll throw it into Pro Tools and make it the way I want.
Yep. Yeah. So so I usually use a lot of the plugins and stuff, but
where do you sample your beats from?
Whatever, whatever. I got the technique over there, so I can pull stuff off, but whatever.
So have you ever used any of those old school drum machines, samplers?
Not for a long time. It's been a long time.
Which one did you have?
It was a Roland rack mount sampler. I can't remember I got a picture of it somewhere. I'll have to pull that out and find it because I don't remember what the designation was. But it had like 6 seconds of sample time or something like that. And so you have to do the tricks. We speed stuff up and then slow it back down.
Right. That's the fucking magic right there. Now, was it a 12-bit or 16-bit?
It was a 12-bit.
Oh, you got to get that back, man.
Yeah. It died on me. So.
Huh.
Yeah,
sometimes those shits are like on Craigslist for like $50 and they don't know what they have, and you can make some super fat beats and people like, hey, how you making those beats?
Yep. So yeah, so but when I started trying it on an album that I just got the test press today, that I can't talk about yet, but anyway, there was one part of one of the songs where I dumped it out to tape, and then I re-recorded it back off of the cassette, and man, when I heard that shit come through the speakers off the test press, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it was beautiful. I might start messing around with that a little more.
Yeah, tape saturation. Now, was it a 2-inch tape or was it a regular cassette?
It was just a cassette. Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about like who's this now? Black Moon. I think the DJ, that producer, would do that type of shit.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he had a Walkman recorder. He was broke, and he would go to his friend's house and record the breakbeat and go back home and put that into the SP1200.
Yeah.
Sound fucking super dirty underground.
Yep. That record sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that record sounds crazy.
Oh,
yeah, we had
this guy said thank you, blah 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 blah. Thank you so much, Mikey.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we had the beat miners on the show a while back.
Oh, dope, yeah. And then I went to who's this guy's now? The guy we were talking about, West Side Gun and all that. The producer, Alchemist. Yeah. Oh. Ooh, Derringer. Woo! Do you know what drum machine he uses?
I don't.
So I went to Alchemist's house and he had a MPC 2000 500, still using it to this day. I'm like, dang.
Wow.
I had to get one too, and it's the shit, man.
Wow.
It is the shit. It's the cheat code too. You put a breakbeat in there, and it comes out fucking like magic. It's amazing.
Shit. Like the OG joint?
Yeah.
Not like one of the updated ones?
Oh, fuck the updated one. You gotta get the 2500 MPC.
Yeah.
It's the circuitry in there is all analog and some, it's just there's something about it. They all sound different, but they have that quality of the hip hop that we really love.
Yeah.
So like it's just so fat. Like it'll make shitty drums sound like real beefy and shit. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy the sounds that you get out of it. That is I mean, I love Reason just because of the ease of it and stuff. but sometimes I gotta fight to get the sound.
Yeah, that's whack. You just try and get when you get some funds. Try to get something with that grit, like
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
ones I just mentioned. And if you get an SP12, whoo, that's what Beastie Boys use, and that fucking makes. Was that Hello Nasty album?
Yeah.
The second album, whatever. That's SP12. That is fucking good.
Yeah.
Q-Tip, he used the MPC 3000.
Yep.
MPC 3000. That's another fucking That's another how you call it hidden gem. That they made a mistake when they made the MPC 3000. That's all Tropical Quest. That's why the beats are fucking huge. And so the mistake was the guy Roger Lynn.
Roger Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
He made the MPC 60, which if you like MF Doom, that's that sound right there. That's
Right.
that shit. And then he made another one called the MPC 3000. He accidentally made it when you sampled it. There's extra bass in there on accident. And they're like, we can sell these. It's good for us.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, I didn't know that.
That's why it's so fucking expensive. The MPC 3000.
Right. Got it.
Dun. If you heard the original of that, it sounds so flat, but when it goes to the MPC 3000, that's
Mhm.
DJ Scratch.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
sound so huge, right? It's like, what the fuck? How did they make it sound so big?
Yeah. Because of the MPC. Wow. That's crazy.
3000. And then you got the other MPC start becoming real clean and shit. It's like, nope.
Did you hear that? What was that Flatline? What was the record that Sir Jinx put out? With all the old beats on it?
Ooh, I don't know.
I
What does he use?
can see the cover in my head. I can't think of what it's
Yeah.
called.
It was an SP12, wasn't it?
Woo! That's my shit. I love that. That's a cheat code too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
automatic. Fucking just it's gonna sound dope.
Yeah, right. It's crazy. And so Jinx, I guess, went back into and just dumped all the files straight out, like his old discs and stuff. Like
Yeah.
so all the original versions of songs that came out, the beats and shit.
That's Ultramagnetics too. Dude.
Yeah, there.
Oh, that's my baby. I got 2 of those.
Shit.
Dope album.
Yeah, it's crazy. But it's got that sound, man.
Oh man, it's
Yeah.
fucking. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Then you can hear the original. It's all like low, and then you put it through that thing, and just it's like I don't know. I always make this comparison. I have these little toy robots. They're like real thin, and then they make this one fat robot, and that's what I always think of it as like that.
It's the fat robot.
It makes the beats into the fat robot. It's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, all right. All right. Okay, well, I guess we could end the show again. So
No, sorry.
no, I'm fine.
I
Hey, man.
about
Yeah, because we will be here talking about this all night. So
Yeah, sorry.
yeah,
See,
no, it's all good. But anytime, bro. We can do
Yes,
this.
sir.
We don't mind, not at all. So
Not at all.
we could do a whole thing on that. Maybe I'll bring my phone around. I'll show you all the equipment that's like what makes what sound and shit like that.
Hell yeah.
yeah, that would be dope. That
Yeah.
would be
We'll
great.
do a whole drum machine special.
Yep.
Oh,
Hell
yes.
yeah. That would be fantastic.
Sign me up.
Yep.
Next time.
Next time.
Yeah.
Next time on It's C-Duck again. Yep. All right. Yeah. Hubert, thank you again.
See you guys.
Look forward to talking to you soon.
I'll see you guys again later.
All right. Peace. Yes, indeed.
We got extra
All right.
credit.
Yeah. That was the bonus. The bonus section.
The extended
Flatline, did you have a new?
Nope.
No, I didn't think so.
Nope.
Nope.
Never think so.
Didn't think so. Okay. Yep. Thick razor. We're saying, yeah. Maybe if I would have got more sleep, yes. But it probably could have. But yes, I'm running on fumes. But that's all right. It's all good. Hip hop keeps me energized. So at least there's that. You know? So this week, of course, here at Channel Zero, tomorrow night, I don't know if the Body Hat Weekly folks will be around, but you know, there's a good chance they will be. So check in tomorrow, see if there's a new episode of Body Hat, or it might be an archive show with Dave Sy and Mocha only. And on Friday on Mixcloud and Rap Station, you get the Angie Don't Stop radio show. Check in with Mr. Chuck and Flatline and myself and a host of other people. 2 hours of dope ass hip hop. Sunday, we have the mixtape with our man DJ Soulbuck, Ultramag, and JOJ. And hopefully, Soulbuck is playing the music of next week's guest. So, you know.
He was playing the music of today's guest, except today's guest changed her mind.
Yeah, exactly. So no, thank you, Thick Race. Come on, bro. You get mad respect for that, for helping out at the last minute. Who we got next week? Kamish?
We have none other than from the Boogeymen, Rashad.
Ooh.
Yo!
Keeping the producing shit going.
Yep.
Yes. Rashad
Yep.
from the Boogeyman.
Rashad from the Boogeymen.
I hope he's cool with a lot of nerdy questions, because I'm gonna have hella nerdy questions.
I think he'll be fine.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to know all about I wish my brother George was here.
Right? And death certificate? Come on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is just some of the greatest shit ever. So join us next Tuesday right here, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Channel Zero. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. Check out all the other great shit we got going on here at the channel. And
Even if you don't.
Yeah, like and subscribe anyway.
If you don't like what you see, I don't give a fuck. Like and subscribe. What the hell?
Or tell a friend.
You think we do this shit for, shits and giggles? What the
Tell a
hell?
friend. Tell a friend that would like and subscribe. Yep. So, yep. Shout out to everybody watching tonight and everybody watching on the replay. Of course, my co-hosts. And we will see you guys next week for another episode of It's C-Doc Again.